Ladies and gentlemen, from the Washington Capitals, that man, the assistant captain, Tom Wilson.
Yeah, Tommy.
Look at this son of a bitch. Look at this.
Hey, boys.
Listen, Tom, I'm sure you've heard that type of thing for your entire playing career. I don't know you from before your time at the Washington Capitals, where you were before. I know you're from Canada. I don't know your whole story. All I know is as a Pens fan, as soon as you showed up, I mean, all hell started breaking loose. And in a good way. It's like you're a throwback. You're obviously an incredibly tough guy on the ice. Your teammates love you. Everybody else hates you. Has that how it's always been? Has that just been your style of play your whole life?
Yeah. Growing up, throwing some big hits in minor hockey would always get the parents fired up. My dad and my mom would always catch some heat in the stands. So it's always been a part of my game, but obviously try to evolve as a player. But the physicality is always. I still remember my first body check in practice when I was 8 years old, and I was fired up for it.
Okay, so there's rules, you know. Some of the ones that we see, are you trying to add a little extra and it gets a little loose because we're on ice, or is a lot of it just everything's happening so fast in there? Because that's a big part of the story, right? In the hits, is like because the game is they've tried to evolve the game, I think. And people say they tried to take fighting out of the game and physicality out of the game. I don't think that's the case at all, but I do think they tried to speed it up after the lockout or whatever it was. I think they tried to speed the game up a bit. So players like you kind of were getting phased out of it all. But then every once in a while there's a hit that comes in. Hockey people are even like, nah, we can't have that. What is the line? And is the line always moving on what's legal and what's not legal?
Yeah, I had to learn that a little bit. Obviously, when I came in, 12 years ago, it was a little bit different. The game was a little more old school. It's changing, in juniors as guys come into the league. They're not necessarily, ready to get hit sometimes, as the game changes. So I found I was getting myself in trouble when guys just weren't even seeing me coming and they weren't prepared to have me out there on the ice. I had to adjust my game a little bit, but obviously in the playoffs, it's a different beast. You want to be laying as many big hits as you can. You want to invest. You want to wear them down over the course of a series. So, I've always towed the line. Obviously, I've gotten in trouble a few times throughout my career.
Yeah.
It happens pretty quick. I mean, when we're talking to the department with the league or the player safety or whatever, we're talking tenths of a second sometimes. We're talking inches on execution. I always try to depend on my habits that I grew up, throwing the body. But sometimes it's fast and they can get messy, obviously.
It's all happening on ice, And the people that aren't hockey fans, I assume they watch the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, and we got like Nathan Chen comes out and does this thing, and everybody's like, holy shit, they're doing that on ice. What you guys are able to do, when did you put your first set of skates on?
Probably 2.5 years old on the backyard rink up north.
And so that's just normal, right? That's just like, so you guys are and how many months are you skating straight? Because when I put ice skates on or hockey skates on, my entire lower leg cramps immediately. My ass burns, and I'm like, I have no idea. You guys are able, it's the most impressive thing. Do you know the speeds you guys are going? Do they tell you the speeds? Like in football, we have all this satellite shit on the guys. Do they tell you guys how fast you're going?
I think it's like 24 miles per hour around there, kind of top speed.
How heavy are you? What's your size? What are you?
230, give or take.
24 miles an hour. He's like a Toyota Camry.
I
mean, it's unbelievable. Okay, let's talk about not just you being a hitter and a physical guy, even though that is a massive piece of your game. You're also talented. The guy's got some dangles, but he's playing alongside greatest of all time. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Tom, obviously this year was kind of covered very closely with the Capitals with Ovechkin's goal chase, but what is it like playing with a guy, like Alexander Ovechkin? When we had him on the program, he kind of went down and introduced the entire team, yourself included, and clearly he's a massive team guy, but to see him still doing this at age 39, damn near 40, what's it like night in and night out? And did you ever look at him when he's eating that Subway and hot Cheetos or drinking a soda on the bench like this isn't what hockey and greatness is supposed to be, or you're glad that it looks like that?
Oh, he's one of a kind. There's really no words to describe him. As you guys have seen, if I was doing what he was doing, there's no chance I'd be in the league. They don't make him like Ovi anymore. He's truly one of a kind, and he's just he's an incredible leader. 20 seasons, banging bodies, scoring goals, blocking shots. You hear him coming when he's on the ice. Sometimes, obviously, he's a close friend now, but sometimes you just got to sit back and say, holy smokes, this isn't going to happen again for a long time. And it was an incredible season. I'm really proud of what he's done and what he did this year.
He was so cool on our show. We can't thank him enough for stopping by. Nobody in the history.
Yeah, everyone was wondering why you called me a son of a bitch. Everyone's like, "Hey, what the hell?"
They know.
I don't know.
They know. I mean, you know what you did to the Pens? I mean, what are we even talking about? That was a great rivalry for a long time. Literally.
Yeah, it was.
And now we're on the tail end, obviously, of that whole thing, and Dubas has got to figure that out. And I told him, he's young, okay? He's handsome. Bub, we need to...
Let's get set it up.
We need to figure this thing out. We got the guy here. Now, it's obviously not the Penguins' year this year. Feels like it might be you guys' year, though. You talk about that Ovi chase in the entire year. It's been a lot of eyes on the Capitals. You're the underdogs going into play against the Caniacs, brother. How do you feel about the matchup, and how do you feel about the team this year? You've won a Stanley Cup before. How does the team feel this year? Feels like you're big and fast, which is what you have to be.
Yeah, we're big and fast. We have a really tight group. I know everybody kind of always says that, but if you look back to training camp, we had that feeling kind of right away. We obviously had the core and the culture from the last 10 years or so, but there's some new pieces that have really complemented us well, and they're great guys, they're characters. Our room is just an absolute clown show on most days. It's a lot of fun. Guys that are, keep you on your toes. No one's safe. They're all over me. It just makes it really fun to come to the rink. And I think when the game gets tough, you really see that. You see the ability to depend on each other and the expectation that the guy next to you is going to be right by your side. And I think that's what makes us dangerous this year, is just a really solid foundation and a solid group.
A good group of lads over there in Washington. Holy smokes, you said earlier. The Canadian accent is so phenomenal, and it sounds like you have a locker room filled with people that are like most Canadians that I know. Dogs, good vibes, great lines, great accents. On that note, Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Tom, I think everyone who loves hockey obviously was jacked for the Four Nations, but even, casual fans really got involved in that. I saw a lot of Canadians were pissed off that you kind of got snubbed from the team. Does something like that kind of add a chip to your shoulder? Do you need that at all? And also, are you eyeing the next time they're doing this and be like, yeah, next time, we have a Four Nations Cup, I'm going to be on that roster?
When the Kachuk boys dropped the gloves 9 seconds in, I would like to be on the ice for our country. Do you have that thought?
Yeah, I was, as the team got selected and stuff, obviously you're a little pissed off and you want to be there. And then, I was sitting on my couch and I turned on the game, and as that stuff was all going down, I was sitting there like, holy, I want to be out there so bad. You just kind of, your blood started boiling a little bit, and it's an amazing rivalry and just the game at its greatest. And, as a competitor, you want to be out there, competing with your country, and you always want to put that jersey on and go out there best on best. So, if it happens in the future, I'll be stoked. Obviously, it was great for the game of hockey. Everybody saw what a savage sport it is, and great skill, speed, and toughness on display. So it was awesome.
Yeah, crushed the All-Star game. I mean, it was just absolutely crushed. All NBA All-Star game happened, and then that happened, and it felt like the entire country got around it. It felt like it was an Olympics. It felt like it was a massive ordeal. I think I got a pretty good proposal for you. I think I got a pretty good one. They don't want you on a Canadian team. They said it.
Yeah,
they did.
Did they?
They said it.
He'll be there at the Olympics.
You live right there in D.C., brother.
He'll be on the Olympic squad for Canada.
Play for
You'll get
America.
me in trouble.
Play for
Don't do it, Tom. Don't do it, Tom.
USA. We need you.
Yeah.
We need you.
Come on.
We would love to have a Tom Wilson on the bench in the change room, lad. I just want to let you know that. And we'd certainly make it comfortable. Any Canadian stuff you need, even if it's that sweet creamoo or smooth creamoo.
A couple Molsons.
Yeah, the Tiger Tail or something.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, King Timmy Hortons double doubles all day, brother. Whatever you need.
No comment. I got to stick to my roots. I grew up playing there, and hey, Tim Hortons is pretty good. You got to give it a try.
Hey, the double-double is a game changer. It really is. Hey, we appreciate the hell out of you. Good luck the rest of the way. Happy to see you got that little baby Lorda over your shoulder. Good luck on your chase to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Wilson. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, Tommy.